Good morning, viewers. This is Global Entertainment News TV. I am your host, Rusola, and welcome to our newspaper review segment. Let's start with the punch. Rivers Emergency Rule. National Assembly backs Tinubu as Fubara counters President's allegations. National Assembly backs Tinubu as Fubara counters President's allegations. Moving on to the next. Suspended governor blames Wike. South governor opposed Tinubu. Ibas warns pipeline vandals. Suspended governor blames Wike. South governor opposed Tinubu. Ibas warns pipeline vandals. Up to next. 25% oversubscription of first HoldCo's 150 billion naira rights issues paves the way for its private placement of 350 billion naira. 25% oversubscription of first HoldCo's 150 billion naira rights issue paved the way for its private placement of 350 billion naira. To the next headline. APC backs Tinubu as Atiku, Obi, El-Rufai intensify coalition talks. APC backs Tinubu as Atiku, Obi, El-Rufai intensify coalition talks. Moving on to the next. Falling container grants motorists on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Falling containers grants motorists on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Up to next. FG panel reconvenes Monday over Naira for crude crisis. FG panel reconvenes Monday over Naira for crude crisis. To next headline. US-based Nigerian woman faces 10 years jail for $40,980 fraud. US-based Nigerian woman faces 10 years jail for $40,980 fraud. Moving on to the next. FG pardons 4,000 prisoners, save 1 billion naira on feeding, says minister. FG pardoned 4,000 prisoners, saved 1 billion naira on feeding, says minister. That's it for the punch. We move to the Vanguard. Rivers crisis. Anger as NAS approves emergency rule with voice notes. River crisis. Anger as NAS approves emergency rules with voice notes. Up to next. USAID's alleged support for Boko Haram unproven, says Toga. USAID alleged support for Boko Haram unproven, says Toga. Up to next. Local content stimulates economic transformation, says NCDMB. Local government stimulates economic transformation, says NCDMB. That is for the Vanguard. We move to the Nation. Ibas Azon's office warns against sabotage disorder. Ibas Azon's office warns against sabotage disorder. Moving on to next. Police raise death toll in Abuja gas tanker explosion to 10. Police raise death toll in Abuja gas tanker explosion to 10. To the next headline. Nnamdi Kanu trials begins afresh after 3 years. Nnamdi Kanu trial begins afresh after 3 years. Moving on to the next. Southwest spent 800 billion naira monthly on cow meat. Southwest spent 800 billion naira monthly on cow meat. Up to next. Senate, House, okay Tinubu emergency rule declaration. Senate, House, okay Tinubu emergency rules declaration. To the next headline. President hails lawmaker patriotism. President hails lawmaker patriotism. Moving on to the next. Fubara on hand in oil pipeline bombing. Fubara on hand in oil pipeline bombing. Up to the next. Payment of 77,000 naira allowance to the Youth Corps member begins, says NYSC-DG. Payment of 77,000 naira allowance to the Youth Corps members begins, says NYSC-DG. That's it for the Nation. We move to the Guardian. Throne for hire. How politics corrupt process taints traditional institution royal stools. How politics corrupt process taints traditional institution royal stools. Moving on to the next. Salary review for political office holders underway, says RMAFC chairman. Salary review for political office holder underway, says RMAFC chairman. To the next headline. For peace, Pendaf advised Tinubu to reverse emergency rules. For peace, Pendaf advised Tinubu to reverse emergency rules. To the next headline. I endures Akpabio's sexual advance for over a year, Natasha alleged. I endured Akpabio's sexual advance for over a year, Natasha alleged. Moving on to the next. Reports inks failures of public water service on corruption negligence. Report inks failure of public water services on corruption negligence. Moving on to the next. We freed 4,082 minors offenders to save 1 billion naira yearly, says FG. We freed 4,082 minors offenders to save 1 billion naira yearly, says FG. To the next headline. NAS face backlash over state of emergency approval. Fubara denies culpability. NAS face backlash over state of emergency approval. Fubara denies culpability. Up to next. Experts lament rising use of synthetic drugs among youths. Experts lament rising use of synthetic drugs among youths. To the next headline. Absence of Nigerians envoys not affecting foreign missions, Tuga assures. Absence of Nigerian envoys not affecting foreign missions, Tuga assures. Moving on to the next. 2027. Janjude, Minister dismiss Atiku, Obi, El-Rufai coalition has failed ganged up. 2027. Janjude, Minister dismiss Atiku, Obi, El-Rufai coalition has failed gang up. And that's it for our newspaper review segment. Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to join us again next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News TV. I've been your host, Bisola, and have a blessed day. Bye.